last run. Jackson from the shotgun. This one complete to Scott Miller. First down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch. Guys up front buying that time. Yeah, that's exactly.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. And he will take it all in for a giant tight effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The touchdown giving him the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around. Them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
To throw is Wentz. Ertz has it left side.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The New York set to take the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football. Early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They go play action with Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. Here's Jackson. Go throw again. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the gun on third down, Wentz trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. 30, past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. But Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit.
It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Blitz coming here for Wentz. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 94 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example. Right there for the loss on the tackle. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Smith. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Fournette on the counter. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
He's coming. You got double up.
At the 32-yard line.
Fournette running right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. That is caught at the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Number 53.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And it is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Scott Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. Normally,
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Pitch here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. On second down now, it's Smith. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
97's the mic. 97's the mic.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. Very far off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Now it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jackson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Jackson throwing again. Completion left side to Miller. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Zerline's kick is up and through. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up. Past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. This is Fournette, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge. Jackson now. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the... sack.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Got a man, Slayton. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Hey, let's get...
Here's a give to Fournette. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
'97's the mic.
From the gun, Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense. So they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wentz, Ertz over the middle. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And an update from our nation's capital in D.C. And the Redskins have scored again to extend their advantage. Saquon Barkley, a touchdown on the ground in that one.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away.
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Check.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Going right side, he finds Slayton. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the Eagles' 49-yard line.
Jackson. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the... Fourth quarter, a very one-sided affair. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Wentz now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage. Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Wentz going to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Silver.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now it's Smith. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Eagles defense able to hold. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Wentz. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end? And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Shotgun now for Wentz. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz now will get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
One final try now for Wentz. Now he'll dump it under.